when dreams and reality collide. A life is turned upside down. Thrust into a conflict where ancient shadows fight secret wars. For control of the future. Her allies hide in plain sight. But so do her enemies.
All right, we are live with very special guests, Woodrow of Chaotic Neutral Comics. I said that as clearly as I could. How you going, buddy?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Glad hail and well met.
Yes, absolutely. Smiling Bandito, hail and well met. Like a shark. What is that T-shirt you're wearing?
It's
like the
Maui and
it's like
Sons?
the Darwin. Oh no, the Christian fish.
That's what I thought.
Thing, but it's a shark.
It's a different comic. It's another book.
Shark.
Oh, nice. That reminds me of Sharktopus.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's like Sharknado meets Sharknado meets Godzilla kind of thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Blue, how you going?
I'm going really well. I saw.
What have you got as an avatar?
Oh, I've got our guest. I saw a really cool interview
Hey,
with that Sharkosaurus creator, and so yeah, people look it up later. So,
Oh yeah, he's awesome. He's actually a good friend of mine.
cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have our guest. His Oni is on here, although I don't know the proper name. We will find out more about that, I'm sure.
We will.
Yes.
We've got Skip Edwards is here. He says, "What up, party people?" Red Syrup says, "Hello, guys. Hello." Fenrir Fires here. Hail.
Man, we got all
Benny.
Wow, we got
Black Ruby.
such a sexy chat tonight. These guys are looking great.
G'day, guys and girls. G'day. I just thought we'd start off with a little bit of the loose end. Woodrow doesn't have a video, but look, it's still moving up. We're heading into the last 10 days. This is usually a pretty slow period, but what were we on yesterday? 420 or something? 421 when the stream was up. So yeah, it's like another 6 backers.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
5 or 6, which is crazy.
It's been awesome watching this blow up.
It has been for me too, but yes, thank you.
It's like an explosion in slow motion over 60 days.
It is, isn't it? I'm still going through the air. Going to hit the ground in about 10 days. Antoine Dennison's here. Cheers, gents. Hello, good sir. Hope you're doing well. Antoine tweeted to me that he's drawing Ella.
Oh.
Hopefully, we'll get to see that. I can't. Hopefully, you're sharing that at some point, Antoine. That'll be very cool to see.
Yeah.
Todd's Truth. He says, "Hail Bancroft. Hail chat. Hail right back at you." And there's Bandito in the chat, doing the Lord's work, hailing the chat.
That guy's so positive.
He's great. He's great. We should get him on more.
I agree.
So, but we are here to chat today to the good man. You all know him from the chat. I mean, he's been in here since the beginning, and you've seen him around all over YouTube in the chats and on Twitter as well. That's how I know you.
Yeah, I like
slinging
shit from
Woodrow. Woodrow from Chaotic Neutral Comics and his book, OKURI-INU, The Oni Within. How'd I go?
That's pretty good. Yeah,
Excellent.
I'd say just about the
Excellent.
same. We're probably saying it, wrong, not the right accent, but
Everything I say it in is the wrong accent. Red Syrup says that's a nice chunk of cash. Yeah, it's not real to me. It's still not real. I can't believe that at some point in the near future I'm going to get this deposit of this massive amount of cash.
So
into my bank
even
account.
with your overprinting, were you ever thinking that you were going to print 500, or was that like the minimum that you're going to print?
I mean, yeah, I set it up. The minimum was my goal, 2,000. That's minimum amount. Like that would be, I don't know, print a couple of hundred copies.
Yeah,
a couple of hundred.
Yeah, and then
and that would cover the. That's including the overprinting.
That's including the overprinting.
100, I thought if I can get to 100, I won't be a laughing stock. It'll be a good start. I'll jump off to the next book. All good, and that'll cover the shipping as well.
Yeah,
and then there's no cream on top for Papa Bancroft, but that's all right.
I don't even think I got in on the first 100. I think that the first 100 were all gone by the time
you had
I
to
even
get
started
in
backing.
quick.
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, usually when I back, I'm past 100 too, and I usually try to get in there pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they say like a lot of businesses fail within 5 years? I'm really starting to wonder if you only break even and get your name out there on your first book so that people really get into your second book, if that's supposed to be like the minimum, and you're way past that. So
yeah. Well, I don't have to pay an artist. I don't have to pay a colorist. So I'm paying myself for the work that I've already done.
Yeah.
Like in these campaigns, everyone will say, "Oh, I didn't make any money on this first book or whatever," because they've paid their artist. The artist made money.
Yeah.
So I actually get to make money, a little bit of money on this first book. It's not a huge amount. It's nothing to sell home to, but it's not finished yet. The shipping alone has surpassed 10,000 Australian dollars. So
yeah, shipping out of Australia seems tough.
It's not that bad. It's not crazy. I mean, I set the shipping to $12 US, which is actually covering the entirety of the actual price I will be paying to Australia Post. I'm fronting up. I've already got all the boxes. They're actually sitting here stacked up, and there's 600 boxes. So I have more than enough boxes.
And you guys can't get Gemini, right?
No, there's no Gemini here. There's an alternative that's just sort of hit the market, but it's not tested yet. And Rob Arnold put me onto these boxes. He's used them, and the good thing about them is they're bigger than the actual comic itself, so they'll really protect it.
They're just bigger than the prints. But you know what sells a book? A sexy woman in armor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do we have one of those?
I think we do.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
That's our cue.
Nice.
There it
Nice.
is.
There we go.
I like the burgundy.
There's always a new icon for the books.
No one's groping her on the chest.
No one's pressuring her into unwanted attention.
There you
she
go.
kind of looks like she enjoys the attention a little bit.
Yeah,
she's
this is
loving
all
it.
for you. I was trying to find an armored up version.
What's that? Who's that? Sorry.
I was telling Chaotic Neutral that this was for him. Trying to find the armored up version.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, we Poland. That's his thing. He does an avatar for every guest.
Nice.
We've uncovered. We've doxed his name. It's Woodrow. So we can say, hey, Woodrow's here in the chat.
Bancroft exclusive.
Because Chaotic Neutral, it does not roll off the tongue for me.
No,
it might be my accent. Cracker Jeremy's here. Hal in the fucking chat. It sounds rude even when you say it, but it's not. So don't try and flag me. You know, yesterday's stream got flagged and taken down.
Really?
It
Yeah.
did.
What did we talk about? I don't remember anything. Crazy.
You guys didn't
Sex,
mention
drugs, and
that
rock and roll.
Yeah.
Naughty Dog.
Probably
did it.
because Bancroft cussed at it.
Did I?
He said, "Hell,
Maybe I
the
did.
mother effing chat."
I just wrote the thing, no violation. It's the same thing I always write, and it's back up. And they said, first of all, they send me an email after I do that says we've reviewed it and it's we've found that it does violate the terms of service, and then they put it back up. Same thing every time. So yeah, obviously no one has their hands on the wheel there.
Yeah, it's just monkeys behind the keyboard over there.
Yeah, people trying to kill you through 1,000 cuts.
It's back up. It's back up, Skip. I just think it's the algorithm. I don't think it's anyone.
I got to hang out with Skip today. We spent
Did
a
you?
couple hours just talking, starting up campaigns and stuff. So anybody who's interested, go over and check out Skip after this video, of course. Go over
I
and
didn't
check
even
out.
think I'm subbed to you yet, Bandito. I've got to get onto that.
To me? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm one person away from 100, so you could get in
What
there.
an insult!
At the bottom
What an
100.
insult! Hold on a second.
Nice.
Here we go. Is it just smiling Bandito?
Of course. Smiling Bandito wherever social media reaches.
No one pip me. You guys lay off it. I'm doing this.
Oh, it's all one word.
They're quick with the links.
It's all one word. There you go.
Bang.
Boom.
100.
Look at that.
I'm in.
We
That first 100 is hard.
We have made history on Bancroft's channel today. The evil has been defeated.
Congratulations.
Onward
That
and
100
upward.
is always tough.
A couple more.
Did you do that?
Always
When
been
did have you had that channel from earlier, or is this all these 100 come
I
recently?
had about 20. I had about 20 followers.
Yeah,
At the
from
beginning
before.
of this week. At about So all of that's been from the beginning of this week, pretty much.
Wow, you're on the up and up, my friend. Congratulations.
Yeah, well, as long as people want to keep coming by, I'll keep making videos.
Excellent.
Excellent. It was a flag, Crackhead Jeremy, not a strike.
Oh.
So I've still got my strike from Rand Stee. I didn't even after Liam got them to come on board and take the strike down, he had to go through a whole ordeal to get the actual strike taken down, and it took a long time. And I can't be bothered. It's just going to sit there, and it'll go away at the start of August. So that's not far off. But I don't know. Someone might want to tell me, should I apply for monetization while that strike is still there? Probably not. Because that might be a bit of a red flag for them. They might deny me, and it could set me back. So I think I'm going to wait until after that strike clears before I apply for monetization.
Is there like a time frame for them to just disappear, or if you don't get any more?
Yeah, it's
something
3
like-
months.
Oh,
3
okay.
months. Yeah, so it's August 6th. It'll go down.
How close are you to your 4,000 hours?
Pretty close, like 500 left.
I've been streaming your stuff every single day.
Game in the system. They want to game us, we'll game it right back.
Yep. Find the loopholes.
Cheers. Cheers, everyone. Todd just told me that I'm at 104.
Whoa!
We're cruising.
Here comes monetization.
I
I remember Zach saying, just like start a channel just to pay one bill. That's your goal. Pay a bill with your whatever it is. Like for me, it could be say the Streamlabs bill. I have to pay something like $19 a month to stream because if you can only get like 10 hours or something unless you pay something like that. So yeah, that's okay. That'll be my goal. I'll try and pay the StreamYards bill with my YouTube monetization when that eventually comes. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, it is a joke. It is a joke. But you can get super chats, so that's sort of really the only thing. Unless you're getting millions of views on your videos and they're the right kind of ads or whatever.
Yeah, and even that comes with its own host of problems.
Yeah, my daughter watches and son, they watch a lot of kids content, and if you have to put if it has paid content in it, you have to put like a thing on it now, otherwise you'll get a strike and everything like that, or all sorts of stuff. If they're playing with a toy or something.
Oh wow.
But it's not a problem I have to worry about. I don't have 20 million subscribers with kids rewatching the video. Like some of those videos, man, they've got like billions of views on them. Billions.
My someone I used to work with, he stopped working there because he started filming videos for someone for YouTube videos. It's called like Life with Labradors or something like that, and he just films Labradors all day, like doing dog stuff, and puts it on YouTube, and it gets crazy views from like
Those
like moms.
gangbusters. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, we're totally in the wrong business talking comics. No one cares.
Well,
We
and it's
care.
funny, my
The
cat,
chat cares.
my cats are more popular than I am. So like I have an Instagram that I started way back when I had a girlfriend, and started this Instagram account to her insistence, and they have like almost 1,000 followers. And I don't even post anything on it anymore. I gave it over to my kiddo. So yeah, wrong
Cat
business.
That's Adam Post has a cat book and a dog book. He has all these weird kooky books
Yeah.
about like 100 things to do with your cat or something like that. It's friggin' crazy. It's weird as. And he's just like growing his hair out and he's sitting there in his like drug den. Looks like he's in a harem or something. It's all going weird over there for Adam Post.
He also has some spicy books.
Does
he certainly does.
Yes, he does.
Oh, I'll have to ask him about that. Get all the goss, but not today. Today we're talking to Woodrow.
Mm-hmm.
So, Woodrow, probably all of us, started seeing you around when you started posting, and you've only posted a few pieces of art for this, as far as I'm aware. We've seen, where is it? This one here,
Yeah, page 1. Yeah,
and we've seen the Canaan White.
yeah. Today I actually posted there's 3 more pages, and so there's the first 4 pages for fully lettered.
Have you got them?
Circulating out, and yeah. One sec, I can pull them up on Twitter.
Apparently, Antoine watches cat videos like his life depends on it.
I know.
What's up with that,
Man,
Antoine?
when I want to
Love
feel
the
good,
cats?
that's what I do.
I watch people making things, like just talented people at home making cool stuff. I like, or even just woodworkers, wood turners, people who do metal. I watched someone melt down some gold, like $5,000 worth of gold into the One Ring from Lord of the Rings. I love that stuff. I love craftsmen. Kellaway's here. He says chaotic neutral comics. Hell yeah, absolutely. We're so
Kellaway.
glad to have Woodrow finally on with us. Okay, I'm going to add this to stream.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to see. I can't.
That's okay. Yeah. Twitter's a bitch. We'll just here. I'll do this so we get a little bit more.
But it's lettered by Eric Weathers. So
Of course.
First page, second page, third page, and a fourth. So it's on Twitter right now. If you look at my stream, it should be one of the most recent posts, and you can check them all out and zoom in and stuff. But yeah, so the first 4 pages are done. Right now, when the next 6 are done, I'm gonna email out to all the people who have signed up when they're fully leathered and colored, and it'll be the extended preview, which is like half of the first act.
The artwork is so good.
It is. I was like, I just wanted to bring it back to this piece. I could tell if I can just I'll leave you to it. Yeah, that piece there. That's the first thing I ever saw, and I could just tell. Okay, wow, like there's so much going on. Bandito always likes to say, there's story in the art, and there's so much going on here. Just his body language, the fact that he looks like he's on an alien world. He's obviously not human. There's a gun there. The sunset or the sunrise or whatever it is, and he's smoking a cigarette. There's just so much in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of attitude in it. And that's why I liked Bruce's stuff and why I approached him. But I want to address one thing he said. He said he's not human, and that's actually technically not true. He was born human, and he was possessed by a demon spirit. So his body changed into this yokai demonic form as he grew up as a human. So he's still technically human. He's just transformed demonically.
And there's even more story going on in this page. Like the fact that the gun is off to the side, but he's got the sword cradled in his arm tells you what is his preferred weapon of choice. Like we're being told that this character is a fighter. He likes the wet work. He likes being in there dirty.
Yeah.
So
another is his horn is broken. Why are his horns broken? might we find that out?
Yes, in this that actually comes up because I've written the second one a couple times. I'm in the rewriting phase of the second one right now because I want this to be an extended story. This is like my main focus, and then I have like other smaller stories I want to do on the side, but this is my main focus. And so in the second one, you get a little more into his childhood and being raised by the Yakuza, but that missing horn is symbolic of something in his past. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's just very rare where I'll see just one piece of art and just go, okay, I'm going to back this book, when it comes out.
Yeah,
absolutely. I like the whole attitude of it. Obviously, the art. How do you pronounce his name again?
Yeah, OKURI-INU.
No, the artist. Sorry.
Oh, Bruce. Sorry,
Bruce. That's a very Australian name. Bruce.
Yeah.
It's OKURI-INU.
Scottish name.
Bruce.
I can't pronounce his last name. I think it's Patinade.
Okay.
I think that's how you pronounce it, but I could be saying that wrong.
Yeah, you were right to hire him because he has captured so much of what you need in an image that sells it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Red syrup arts. Characters can still smoke in comics. In our comics, they can absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You'll notice in the cartoon I did where they're carrying the dumpster fire. That's the comic book industry. I intentionally had Wolverine in there with his cigar, smoking.
Yeah.
This Wolverine is actually one of the inspirations for this guy in terms of his attitude. He's got a little regeneration ability from nano machine sort of thing. And he's got that same sort of wild attitude. The demon in him is a hellhound. So OKURI-INU is a Japanese Oni spirit that is a dog that follows people on mountains. And when it's following you, it's so vicious that no other Oni demon will attack you while you're being stalked by this dog. So it's sort of a protector, but it's also vicious and deadly. So that's sort of where the initial inspiration came from.
That's fantastic. What a great inspiration, man.
Yeah. So he's a bounty hunter that his legend is he's sort of like John Wick. When people know OKURI-INU is on a bounty, they don't even want to go on it. So that's sort of where the parallel for that comes from.
Well, and it's interesting too because like Wolverine was named Wolverine because he's at least later on they tied it in with him being so vicious and Canadian and he's small but he's he hits above his
weight class,
punches above his weight class. But it's like Wolverine, that name is almost pedestrian compared to this guy.
Oh yeah.
How do you say it again?
OKURI-INU. I mean, I could be pronouncing it wrong, but when I do Google,
OKURI-INU.
Yeah, exactly.
OKURI-INU. There you go.
OKURI-INU.
Woodrow, did you ever play Shadow Warrior? This reminds me of that so much.
No, I haven't. I've had someone tell me that before. I need to look into it. Was it like a PS1 game or a Nintendo game or something? Or
it was. I originally played it back in kind of like bordering on the DOS Windows 3.1 days, but they released a remake of it back in I think it was 2013, 14.
Oh no way!
Kind of like they did with Doom back in 2016. It's the same idea, and they're actually from the same genre. At the time, and it is that same type of. You're dealing with the sword gun combat as well as fighting off these Japanese inspired demons and whatnot. And the aesthetic really just strikes me as being inspired by a lot of the same sources.
The gun combo is actually inspired by Deadpool and Blade. Like I've always loved them from video games and comics and stuff and cartoons and just I love that Blade lead combo.
Well, it looks like you've taken some pieces from all the best stuff that's out there. A little bit of Hellboy, a little bit of Deadpool, a little bit of Wolverine, and then you plunk them on an alien planet. Like that's...
Yeah, and it's packaged in a very sort of modern aesthetic, comic aesthetic. I really dig it.
Where did your Japanese motif come from?
It came mainly like Shadowrun and
oh nice, I love Shadowrun.
Like I like the idea of cyberpunk, so a lot of it's mainly cyberpunk, and I really like spirituality, the outer realms. So this takes place. There's a lot of duality in this. OKURI-INU is a man, but he's possessed by a demon, and that demon also has its own past that takes place in Outworld, or the outer realms, not Outworld, but you can tell what it's inspired by Mortal Kombat, and it's that's where hell and heaven and Shangri-La are. It's all this spiritual realm that's in the space in between planets and the material. is actually a whole nother world that you can astral project to if you're a human, or if you're a demon, you can actually travel there, or if you're a spirit, you go to places in death and stuff like that and wander around. So it's got a lot of spiritual versus technology sort of stuff in it too.
Okay. So I looked up Oni because, unlike most people, I didn't know what it meant. And you said he has an Oni spirit. So for anybody else who's like me and didn't know what Oni was, that is an ogre or troll in Japanese folklore. So this is the spirit of an ogre or troll is possessing him. And so what makes I then wonder what was behind the name. I don't have it in front of me, so I can't read. Okuri. Oh, great. I have to.
OKURI-INU?
Yeah, OKURI-INU. What was there any etymology that you put into that name, or how did you come up with it?
So OKURI-INU is actually a yokai or an oni, and it doesn't necessarily always mean ogre because it gets like used in a bunch of different ways through pop culture. But it's basically that name is the inspiration for this sort of half of his character, his attitude, and his legend behind him, the whole John Wick persona, how they used like Baba Yaga or the boogeyman, even though Baba Yaga is not really the boogeyman or whatever. But
did you see that? Do you guys watch pitch those pitch videos? It's like I hear it actually means a haggish woman with drooping breasts. It's like,
she has a barrel.
You were thinking about the Baby Yuga or something like that. He's like, I guess it's too late to change it now. I've written it down.
Yep, it's too much.
Yeah, but no, it was inspired by an actual Japanese lore, like a yokai demon lore. So that's what that it comes from.
Well, obviously, I did the wrong web search then, just looking for Oni. I could have looked that up. So
you could have just asked our knowledgeable guest here.
It would be like saying there's a bunch of orcs in Lord of the Rings, but then there's a specific orc with a name. It's sort of like there's a bunch of demons, but this is just a very specific demon that,
It says here it's literally escorting dog.
Yeah, that's what it translates to in English.
All right,
I think
you gotta put that into the comic somewhere somehow. Escorting dog.
Along with putting that into the comic, I think we need to get a Tatsunami cameo in the comic.
Yeah, he's got a hard on now.
There is a Goro Masamune and a Hattori Hanzo appearance, but they're not historically accurate. I've embellished it like anime and stuff like that, so it's not going to be accurate.
So I had to go digging, but check out what I found.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, that's where a lot of the design came from, man. I love that game.
Oh yeah, it's so good. The artwork in this is just amazing, and there's so much culture in it.
Dude, there's so much crunch. Yeah. You want to make a character?
Hong Kong,
you better have 8 hours
on PC. I never played the tabletop.
Yeah, and I got like everything. I mean,
dude.
I was hardcore.
Nice.
You just gave me an erection.
Yeah. That's cool. We gotta hang out, man.
Yeah, no, I'd be down to fucking get together and play a game.
Oh man.
Yeah, awesome. As well. Is Bruce doing the coloring as well?
No, so the coloring is Andrew Pate. He's somewhat I believe he was referred to me from my other artists on a smaller short I'm doing. So I don't talk about this much because I'm just going to release it and pay for like the printing and everything on my own, and then just do like a small out of nowhere campaign for the shipping and see if people want it. But it's a Thing from Beyond the Black. It's a 16-page short horror sci-fi comic homage. It's like the first thing I wrote. I wrote it with I was watching Narwhal's channel when he first started getting going, and he was doing his writer's room stream, and he was like encouraging people to write along like the same concept but do a different story. So one of those stories he worked on, I was doing something that was similar, but it grew into its own unique thing, and I just wanted to release it. Nice.
For Red Syrup, I saw him. He just reminded me. I was just like, oh yeah, I got even more.
I didn't even know there was a Nintendo game, man. I'm gonna have to find that.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, well, I asked because I'm just looking at the coloring here, and the way the colorist does the lighting and everything, it's actually very similar to how I do it now.
Oh, nice!
So I really like it. The it's a mix between cell shading and then blends.
Yeah,
it's really it really makes the characters pop, and you can get really atmospheric with it.
That's
the way it's got it.
Atmospheric,
bouncing that red bouncing off the skin. There's actually a lot of yellow in that red in the highlight. So that's capturing what's coming off the sky. It's really good.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, he's
done
really
well
good
there. But also, it's not just Bruce. Look at this cover.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh my
Is this
goodness.
this is like this? This is the cover. Yeah, this isn't a variant.
This is the exclusive Indiegogo cover. If you back, you get this. There will be a cover that I'll have a variant that will be. I will try to get people.
That's so sexy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's
not.
Kanan.
Here we go.
And these colors are I think it's pronounced Dijo Lima. You can find him on Twitter too. I will post some of the stuff in a comment down below on the YouTube video after if you want to look these guys up. But
awesome.
He's got a bit of a city in the background.
Yeah, and that's another bounty hunter alien right there who comes after him in the comic at some point.
Here's some sort of monster here.
That's actually the Hellhound demon inside of him.
Ah, that's the what did you call it? A dog? What kind of?
Yeah, that's the OKURI-INU dog, but that's Kanan's interpretation of it because it's supposed to I had it just a dog, but I told him about it, and Kanan does what Kanan does, and I love it.
Yeah,
it's freaking awesome.
Dude, this book is going to smash when it drops. Oh my goodness, you got something so good.
Everything in here. Got sci-fi city settings, planet settings.
Who in the chat is not signed up to
stuff.
this email? You gotta, whatever you're doing, I don't care about the optics for the video. You gotta go and sign up for that email because this is good. We gotta be on top of this. We gotta make sure that it does exceedingly well for Indiegogo.
Yeah, I know. I'm already signed up. I'm not going to do it again because I signed up the first day I saw it. So,
nice.
This is the page. There's been people have been putting links in the chat. I put a link on the video as well. So you're going to have exclusive. Hang on, is this the exclusive Kanan White cover? Is for people who sign up? Is that what?
No, it's just exclusive as in terms of Indiegogo. If you back me on Indiegogo, that's how you get it's exclusive to Indiegogo. Yeah.
Okay.
I should probably change the wording.
There you go. So get onto it. I always say, why wouldn't you? It's
I have
free.
to say, Woodrow, usually I'm not too much into the more Eastern inspired themes and whatnot, but you got me interested in this book.
I'm
excited for it.
Yeah, because it's not just. It's not. There's Japanese elements to it.
Yeah,
and I love Japanese stuff. Even though I'm not big on manga or anime or anything like that. But it's got everything in there. We're seeing sci-fi and fantasy and a bit of spirituality and demons and people are liking it.
Try to get a mix of all the things I grew up loving from the 90s when I was into the cartoons, the comics, the video games, everything, man.
Well, you
keep it on.
You've taken the ingredients and baked a fine cake.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Ooh-wee. Kanan's work.
What's left to talk about?
Kanan's. I'm going to talk about Kanan's work for a second here. It's like his. I think you know what Kanan is going to do. Kanan's going to realize that he'll become so sought after as a cover artist. He'll be like the next. Who's that guy who just does cover art? Those sexy ladies.
Adam Hughes.
Jay Lee.
And that's not who. Well, not Jay Lee, but someone. He's just going to be. It doesn't matter. Someone who's just going to make so much money and be so sought after doing cover art.
J.
Scott Campbell, who I was thinking of, that he'll just make a killing doing that, and he'll think, why do sequentials when I can just be a millionaire off doing all these posters and covers? Because he has a real knack for it.
Yeah, Rob Willis is another one. He's going to be the variant. I've already got him ready to do that.
Yeah, because their styles, Rob Willis, as we're seeing, with Shinobi Sasquatch, it's taking a long time. It's probably taking too long to be a comic artist. Maybe, as amazing as they are, they're some of the when he puts out the sequentials, they're some of the best things I've ever seen. But if it's going to take 3 years for each comic to come out, it's not really feasible.
Yeah.
But as a cover artist, why not? Why spend 3 years getting paid for just a normal job when he could be doing covers? He could probably whack out a cover a month and make serious bank.
Mm-hmm.
Doing that, because it's just that style is so sought after for variants and stuff.
And yeah, it's so eye-catching that people can't help but at least pick the book up. You know, at the very least, they pick it up and look at it.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's like it's money. It's money. It's like what Ethan did with Jay Lee. It's just money.
Yeah.
You know, it's like people feel like they have to get it. Poland says Adam Hughes is better than J. Scott Campbell. Change. I'm not going to change. Why would I try and change your mind? You're allowed to have your own opinion on this show. You're going to put out a table out in a college campus?
Why are you trying to create drama?
What are you talking about?
I think I will. I think I will put out a table. I'll have samples.
Tina Roof says, why not be great at one thing? Shows mastery. Yeah, and it's just, I mean, it could just be smart business. You know, for a caliber of artists like Kane and White, it could just be purely economic business. Like, you know, you can make so much money doing covers. Why not do it?
And I love how it's like a good blend of almost movie poster / comic book cover. They're sort of like
it's not just the mastery of, you know, the gesture and all the details and everything. It's the actual composition that I'm talking about as well. You know, the way it's all laid out, and I think every time you look at this, you might find something new.
I'm just glad it came out, because Star Wars is obviously another big, you know, inspiration of mine and of a lot of people's, obviously. But that's when this came out and I got these colors on it, and it reminded me of like an old Star Wars poster. I lost my shit.
How what time frame are we talking here?
So I'm hoping to launch in about a year from now, give or take a few months, depending on how quick Bruce can get pages out. And he's been doing them pretty speedy, so I'm pretty happy. But that's about. So
you're looking to get it all done before you go live.
Most of it, yeah, 90%. Yeah, that way we have that month to finish it up and everything. And then
so that email list that you have that you're signing up for, I think doesn't that stay up only for 6 months?
Yeah, I didn't know that before I opened it. When I opened it, someone let me know that after I opened it. But yeah, so it'll be open, and I'll let people know when it's about to close. So because it tells me
what you could do is you can like open. I think you can do it through MailChimp. Actually, you can like just get a web page. You know, through, I don't know, some site or whatever, and still take emails. So you can just download the list that you get from Indiegogo, and then and do that way. Sweetcast does it that way. He has, you know, whatever, sweetcast.com or whatever, and if you go to it, it's just an email list, and that's what he's doing. He's got that up constantly, and it's just feeding into the list. And then when you're ready to launch, go back to Indiegogo and launch it then.
Yeah, I thought he was doing that through Indiegogo, which is why I made my mailing list through Indiegogo. I was like, I'll just keep it up. Okay. And then, it starts warning you.
Yeah.
Live and learn.
But, you know.
Yep.
It is what it is. I saw you had interacted with this tweet.
Oh, yeah.
I posted today.
Yeah. All this.
Did everyone see this?
Also scary, but hilarious.
It's Aliens. I don't know what it's on. Sky Cinema, whatever that is. And it says this film has outdated attitudes, language, and cultural depictions which may cause offense today.
I know.
According to who? According to what?
Well, somebody answered down there that like it's the pull-up scene.
It is.
Yet I'm just kind of going like, I don't think anybody trans would be offended by the pull-up scene.
She is.
What's the pull-up scene? Can you remind me?
Yeah.
The one woman, I think her name is Sanchez, is asked by one of the other Marines, has anyone ever mistaken you for a man? And she answers him, no. No, have you ever been mistaken for a man? She answers, no, have you?
No, have you? It's good.
Yes,
so good.
Yes, I remember.
It's one of my favorite lines in a movie in terms of like one-liner quips. Like, it's so good.
I mean,
never been mistaken for a man, Vasquez? No, have you?
It's Vasquez. Okay, sorry.
So they're getting angry about something that a Latino woman in the military says.
Yeah.
Something that would affirm transness.
You know, at this rate, there's not going to be any minorities left in pop culture.
Oh, dude, isn't that funny? Isn't that funny how they're going backwards?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they're totally going backwards. They're They're opting for segregation. They're you know, and like so people were joking, you know, with this Aunt Jemima stuff. In 5 years, they're all going to be saying, why are there no minorities depicted on any food packages anymore, you know, and they'll be complaining.
Yep. Fucking vicious.
It's
only white people are allowed on food packaging, apparently.
I guess that's setting up for eating white people.
Yeah, there you go. You will be the next food source.
Oh,
That's that. Nah.
Oh, she's not Hispanic. She's Italian and Jewish.
You say
There
that,
you go.
Zach. I'll have another comic.
Vasquez.
The character Vasquez. is
Yeah,
probably
the EZ on the end of some Spanish names actually means like from Israel.
Oh wow.
Oh, well, there you
Yeah.
go.
So like when the Jerusalem fell and everyone got scattered across the countries, that's why we have, you know, Jewish people of Jewish heritage in Poland and Russia and England and Spain. In Spain, they were called Gomez, Vasquez, all those things.
Yeah, Antoine's right. I mean, this is what's going to happen. It's already happening that, you know, men aren't mentoring women in business, or, you know, people aren't getting hired because it's just they know the headache that's coming down the road.
Mm-hmm.
And this here, what they're doing here, they're just putting, like they say, oh, we're not getting rid of Gone with the Wind. We're going to put it back up, but with a disclaimer, just like this. This is wedge tactics. So as in Alinsky tactics, as in you get the little wedge. This isn't like anyone who complains this. What are you complaining about? What does it matter? You can still watch the movie. What are you talking about? This is tiny little thing. Why are you so upset? This is the same tactic that they use for everything. It's the thin end of the wedge. They get it in there. They just tap it in. Don't complain. Yeah. Next, they'll be tapping again in a month doing something else.
We just
here and there. We just changed this one little edit. It's one little scene. It's 10 seconds. What are you complaining about? It shouldn't have been in there in the first place. It's there. Tap it in. Keep tapping. Keep tapping. I'm telling you, all these movies that have this on it now, if we let this continue as a society, they'll be gone.
Yep.
They'll be gone. They'll be cancelled. You will not be able to see them on any streaming service.
This is actually very closely related to the topic I'm going to be going on about on my show tomorrow at 5 Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
There you go. Red syrup. It's been going on for a while. My boss wouldn't hire a woman because he was concerned about harassment. Yeah, and not about he's worried he's going to harass.
Yeah.
He's worried that, you know, if he has to fire her for, you know, incompetence or whatever, you know, she's going to come back. Or maybe, you know, something is said and someone takes offense, even though offense wasn't actually meant. And then it, you know, kind of blows up into this massive thing. Yeah, it's just mind-numbing how insidious this all is. And I mentioned to someone as well, like they gaslight you when you try and you know, say no, you shouldn't be doing this. They'll go, what, you know, what do you this is the slippery slope fallacy. It's amazing how many slippery slope fallacies turn up to being actual slippery slopes into hell.
You know, one of the gaslighting techniques is to say, oh, well, if the offense is unintended, then you're just, you know, the other person felt it, but you didn't mean it, and you know, you didn't even know you were presenting it or whatever. It's, oh, that's just the difference between murder and manslaughter, so you're still guilty. It's like, no, it's
what did they do to Aladdin, Michael? I see you have a comment there on that.
Yeah, originally what they did with Aladdin is there was a song at the very end as the story started, and it was about Arabian Nights. And there was a line in it that said they'll cut off your hand for stealing something. It's barbaric, but hey, it's home, or something like that.
Yeah.
People, this is feigned outrage, you know, back in the day. I think it was early 90s. And yeah, there's like, oh, you're trying to paint Arabs as barbaric. And even though it's a historic story, obviously it's not set in current times.
And not only that, they did cut off people's hands.
Yeah, that's the point. Of course, everyone knows that. It's a like famous thing, so it's real.
It's a thing that actually happened. It's not.
So they changed that, and now it's like it's stereotypes. You know, just stereotypes. What are you sharing, Blue?
Oh, it's something similar along the same social justice lines. So even though I'm stuck in the basement, I still keep up on my work emails from at home. It's like, okay, I'm just logging vacation time now. And I don't tell them where I am because they might send a rescue crew. And to be honest, I like your wife's
we don't
cooking,
want that.
So, yeah, no. I'm really enjoying my internment. But so one of the emails we got is from the company that manages our health insurance. And they have all these programs so that you get like $20 off a month if you, in the previous year, do enough things that earn points to say, okay, I think it's like 24 or 20 points, something like that, including going and getting your cholesterol checked. Like that's 1 or 2 points, I don't know. And so you earn enough points, which I think might be between 20 and 25, and you can get that discount every month on your health insurance the next fiscal year. This came out today in an email from the the organization that runs our health, that collects and runs our health insurance. So this wouldn't be like a Blue Cross Blue Shield. This is a different company that collects for multiple entities. Notice you can get 6 wellness points for learning how to engage in social justice habits, adopting them for 21 days, track your progress with this PDF, and they're showing this is what privilege. Basically, this is to learn your privilege in a video that is thoroughly debunked by logical fallacies. I've seen this video debunked before.
I've seen it so many times. Yeah.
Yeah. This is now in the workplace as you can 6. That's like a quarter of what you need to get your discount on health insurance is now based on training yourself in this SJW.
2 for keeping your cholesterol down. 6 for learning about how white you are.
And when I had my cholesterol checked, I discussed it with my doctor, and all the little stats on cholesterol and whatnot that you actually need to know are not the 5 different stats that they collect on their form. So they're actually collecting like very potentially misleading information about you if you look at only those 5 points about your blood work and not the rest of the picture. So it's like, this is ridiculous.
This is what I was talking about, right? So back in the day, say around 2011, and I'd be watching guys like Internet Aristocrat or whatever, whoever was on the internet back in those days, and they'd be talking about this stuff and how crazy it is, yeah. And it was all requested to. It was all stuck on Tumblr and in academia and stuff, yeah. And then, but people would leak out a few things in their crazy far left university courses or something, and everyone would say, "Don't worry about it. This is just, far left extremists on Twitter, on Tumblr, or in the university. It's not in real life." Okay, so then people would say that then, and then you say, "But it's coming," yeah, and then eventually kind of starts leaking out into the media and everything. And again, they say, "Don't worry about it. It's just these tiny group of people. They have no influence over it." And then gradually, like bit by bit, now, okay, it's on your email for your health insurance. So don't worry, it's an email. You don't have to do it. It's not compulsory. Just ignore it. Just let them have their, thing. And then, you find out later, okay, no, so now you have to do this course as part of your work. You have to do this now. And well, just don't worry about it. Just do it. Keep your mouth shut. It's it's an hour out of your day, and you put it behind you.
Just have to check it off the list.
It just keeps going and going, and that wedge just keeps until eventually they're sledgehammering it and they've cracked the whole thing apart. And it's just all of a sudden now you're living in 1984. This is all. This is like a new religion now, and you have to pay penance if you were born the wrong kind of person. It really is insidious, and more people need to stand up against it.
I thought that went with what we were looking at in the Aliens film.
No, it absolutely does. That's what I'm saying.
It does.
You have to like put a stop to it while it's still small, while they still just have that thin end of the wedge in the gap, because once it becomes big and ubiquitous, like we were talking, I can't remember if it was live or in the back room, we were talking about the Australian Army, how it is, it's been overrun by all this stuff. It's all about equity and social justice and feminism now, the Australian Army. That's their whole thing, quotas and all sorts of stuff. it would be so difficult now to roll that back to what it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to do it now. You need to stop this stuff, like you need to stop this sort of stuff now by getting these stupid. Everyone knows how idiotic it is, but everyone has to kind of sit there and pretend like, oh yeah, this someone might need to know this. No, it is absolutely preposterous, ridiculous.
Yeah. The social shame is very powerful.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. As if we need to know that the people who lived back in the in the 1800s during the times of Gone with the Wind, they had different cultural ideas than we do today. I mean, that's part of the charm of why we're watching it. You get a glimpse into what it was like in the South, in the 1800s as the Civil War was breaking out.
That's part. I was gonna say that's part of the reason why we are so open and minded now too. Kind of is like we're reminded of that stuff. We can kind of see, we can give empathy to people who were back then through story and learn through that. But if you take that away, you can reprogram people. It's kind of like, it seems like a re-education almost.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they are re-educating everyone. I mean, my kiddo is just inundated with this stuff at school. And I mean, that's how the most effective brainwashing of a nation has taken place. You start with the kids and work your way up.
It's only like
they're doing it in Victoria School.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about what's happening in the US in my daughter's school, and to people who are 8 years old. They don't need to know this stuff. They're children. They don't have the capacity to contextualize and question anything anyone says.
No,
they get them young.
Yeah, yep. And that is not just because teachers or administrators might lean towards a certain mentality, so you have like-minded people working together. No, Target the Kids is absolutely deliberate, going back 100 years.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. So where you're not going to find any SJW agenda, and is currently available for backing.
The Lucent
is Michael Bancroft's The Lucent.
Yes,
which is live on Indiegogo.
Man,
no.
I cannot wait to have that book. What you were saying about atmospheric and coloring, man, I love the colors in your book. Everything I've seen so far, like that guy with his biker helmet on and the reflection and everything. Like, I can't wait to read that book, man.
I know you're, oh, there he is.
Uh-oh.
I was just going to say, it looked like he froze. It's like, that's a great speech for Michael, but I don't think he's here for it.
Damn it.
At first, it just looked like he was texting and driving at the same time.
Yeah, I looked down at my phone for a second, and then Blue, you cut out, and I was like, "Oh, is Blue gone?" And like, no, it's me.
No, I was just
but we were just saying, where there isn't any SJW agenda, and that's in Michael Bancroft's The Lucent, which is currently available on Indiegogo.
Yes, that is true. There is no SJW agenda. Let me bring that up. I'll share that screen.
To answer
quite the opposite, actually. The only agenda is to tell a good story and give people their money's worth with art and characters that they can get invested in. Imagine that.
I know.
Shocking.
To answer Poland real quick, Antoine said that in his office they're making employees give reparations to each other. Poland says that should be illegal. Yes, everything is do it by bureaucracy and let the courts sort it out, because nobody can afford to go to court. So just to be brief about that. So.
Yep.
Hails.
Hello, Hex Allen. I love your name because of Allen wrenches.
It just got really dark in here. Look at me. I'm in the dark now.
Uh-oh.
It used to be really bright. That's because I used the sunlight and that's where clouds going. Yeah, I'm still working on my print for the 25K stretch goal. It's taking a lot longer than I hoped it would because, of course, like an idiot, I decided to set it in a library, and a good old-fashioned library too, with all sorts of non-right angle bookshelves and all sorts of crazy stuff. So yeah, it's taking a long time, but it's going to look amazing when I finally get it done. I'm hoping I can get something up on the page and get an update out by this week, so that I can show some people. It won't be the finished thing, obviously, but at least you get an idea of it, and I can start spruiking it as we head into the final stretch. What's going on? People are joking.
And what I just commented on about the courts, that's absolutely true, except for Antoine's setup. He completely punked me, I guess, if not everyone else.
No, I figured it was a joke, but I was just like, shoot, maybe I was the one that was wrong.
Ryan Miller says, yeah,
it's like when you go for a tip. When you go for a tip feature, you're asked how much of a percentage of a tip, at least in Canada. I don't know how it is down there, but you're asked how much of a tip do you want to leave, right? So it's like they have to check mark which one how much white privilege do they have, 2, 5, or 10%, right?
I haven't seen that. If it's a meme, I haven't seen that, but I've heard of people actually pushing for it. So I just thought his private company did that already.
It's man, it's coming. It's a sign that that he thought it could be true. I mean, that's definitely what it seems to be all headed towards, which is going to be interesting. It's just it'll be interesting as well when people start taking it as far as you go ad absurdum with it. People will start trying to get reparations back from the Greeks, from ancient Greece, and the Sumerians, and you can go all the way back.
Actually, if we go all the way back,
the Spanish they're gonna have a field day here. It's gonna be insane.
The word slave comes from Slavic.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, if we really want to get the Slavic nations need to go after the northern African nations. So because they need reparations.
Yeah, it is. It's just the sign of the times, isn't it?
Yeah.
I will buy Antoine a beer, not as reparations, but just because I like him. So there you go. Definitely,
I'd be happy to buy Antoine a beer. Yeah. So anyway, just to finish out the stream, this train doesn't seem to be slowing down, so that's fantastic. Thank you to everyone who just continues to support this book. It's really incredible. But we're gonna have a pretty fun final week. I think we're gonna really
absolutely
turn the shill on to the max. Yeah, lots of celebration. Are we going to have a fun stream tomorrow? Is that what we're thinking? I don't know. Maybe if you guys are up for it. I know I am.
I'll have to make a trip to the liquor store.
Speaking of the liquor store, we've got a liquor bar thing in our house. It's just a little bar cart thing with all the bottles on it and everything. Mm-hmm. And I was just touching something, and Clark, my 2-year-old, says, "No, Papa, that's for the stream. They're for the stream."
It is now becoming a part of the social fabric of your household.
It's so funny how kids see things too.
Yeah,
that's exactly right. That's how he knows it. He's seen me pouring the bottles on the stream. He's like, "Oh, that's what that's for." That's how his mind thinks.
Man.
That's so funny. And after last time that you were drinking, he brought in another bottle for you.
He did. So, yes. That was so. He brought in some port, so I had to drink that.
All right, I like Clark. I'll have to buy him a drink, but it'll be something like goat's milk or whatever's healthy for him.
He's still he still has his toddler formula. When he gets up in the morning, he likes that. And also, someone requested a version of this tier here without the sketch card, just for a little discount. So I put that up as well, which is $10 off.
New tier.
Yeah,
nice.
Hasn't been claimed yet, so he requested it, but he hasn't claimed it yet. But yeah, I mean, it's a slightly discounted tier everything. So it's everything minus the sketch card.
He may need a paycheck to go by. That's all.
Well, for those who are currently watching, make sure you give a like for this video and share it around if you want other people to get on the same train that we're on with Woodrow, and make sure to sign up for that email. So, yeah, I think we're wrapping up.
I'm lucky that I have people here to do the YouTube things that I always forget to do. You know, subscribe, like, share, whatever.
Woodrow, sorry, what was it?
I said no, go for it, Blue. It's all you, Blue.
Okay, I carved up a tweet for your mailing list, but I tried to put a synopsis in there. So if you want to correct my synopsis in case I misunderstood reducing your synopsis, if you know what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Cool. So there it is.
So Woodrow, thank you so much. This is your first stream, isn't it?
Yeah, it's my first stream on a public
comic book stream. You're an old hat apparently at StreamYard, but Ryan, that's all right. We still love you. Thank you, man, for coming onto this show for the first time.
Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you. You've been in the chat the whole time. I'm obviously a big fan of what you're doing here. I can't wait to see you put up those preview pages and have a look at them and get a bit more of a feel of the story and everything. And, definitely I'd like to see you out there more on some other streams too. And we will definitely be having you back when you're getting ready to launch so that we can push that up as well, because that's going to be a big event for me. This is an eagerly awaited project for my money.
I appreciate it, man. I do appreciate you having me on, and everyone in the chat who shares the links out and all that stuff. You guys are always faster than me on. Appreciate that. We need people to help promote, and it's good to have a good community.
Oh, it's quite important. I was thinking, like 60% likely on this campaign before I heard you describe it more, and now I'm just going like, 99.9999%. So.
Excellent.
If I get struck by lightning, I might miss it, kind of thing.
What's that?
If I get struck by lightning, I might.
Okay, yes, go.
Can I show something off before we end up heading out? So this is from my artist. It is from another project that he's doing. And once he's done this, he'll be coming, not done this project, but once he's done his current project, he'll be coming over to work on my book. And so here we go. Hold on, let me.
Are we doing it here, are we? Okay, 1.6, solo layout. Hello.
Yeah. So.
Gritty.
I can't tell you what the project is for, and I can't give you any of the details, but that's his work.
Okay. Excellent. Well, we'll be excited to see more of that too.
Yeah.
Dario. Get it right. That's Tsunami. Peace out, guys. Again, Woodrow, thanks so much. Bandito, Poland Blue. Always a pleasure to speak with you guys. I hope you're up for a bit of a party tomorrow. I like to just hang out a bit tomorrow and see where the night takes us. There's lots of cool stuff out there that we can chat about and just get a bit more relaxed. And I don't think you can get much more relaxed in this show. It's pretty relaxed and unprofessional, but you know what I'm talking about.
The chillest place right now.
Chill, very chill. And of course, as always, hail the chat. Everyone in here, you are always so appreciated that you come in and you leave your fantastic comments and you downvote my video like champs. Love you all.
Chat in all of CG.
Absolutely. Take care.
And we will be seeing you tomorrow, same bat time. And I don't know, same bat channel. I don't know exactly how long it's going to go for. We're just going to see how the night takes us. And Clark will be bringing my beverages as we go. So until then, peace out.
Cheers, everybody. Finally, I can get rid of